Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another invincible character. So this time I'm making an Atom Eve in battle armor. For this one I used mostly the Starfire buck with the Catwoman torso. The armor model is by Hyden 3D. Headsculpt is printed with Resin THBJD, and the flexible armor is printed with F69 resin. Alright, let's get started. So firstly, I'm just trimming the joints. I mostly focus on parts that will be exposed, such as the ankles and the elbows. The knee I'm not too concerned because it will be mostly covered up by the leg armor. So I'm using heat to make my job easier, then the blade just carves the plastic so easily. My goal for the ankle part is to trim and thin the parts that may come in contact with the ankle joint. It allows the parts to touch but not chip paint because it is so soft. I can't stress this enough, but if you plan on carving out plastic from a figure, just make sure that you're using heat and a sharp blade. So now we're applying matte varnish to help with paint adherence. This is especially useful for flexible resins like the F69. Alright, so once that's dried up, then we can start airbrushing our figures. Firstly is to apply a light gray base coat so our pink would look vibrant, and then just makes painting, especially paint, much easier. For the armor, unfortunately, I wanted to be flexible resin, so I used the F69. I could have actually used the Resin one's pink F80, but I ran out of that one. And I couldn't use Clear Resin as well, just because it's way too brittle for this, for an armor kit. I had a base coat of gray, but still needed a double coat of the fluorescent pink. For the inner suit, I painted it with pink, or Golden So Flat calls it light magenta. So again, this Golden So Flat needs to be thinned with an airbrush thinner, especially if we're using it for an airbrush. Next, I'm trying to make the pink translucent face shield, but unfortunately I only had the clear G217 from Resin. So I attempted to mix it with some acrylic inks. I actually got the pink, but failed since it got cloudy instead of translucent. So yeah, maybe next time I'll just try airbrushing it instead. Now I'm just masking the helmet with some silly putty, just so I can airbrush the face with some flesh tones. Alright, so for the skin tone I mixed some Vallejo flesh tone and the dark ochre, about 8 drops to 3. Now that it's dry, then I can take the painter's tape off. Before applying any painter's tape on a painted figure, always make sure that you have sealed it first. It just prevents paint from coming off. Alright, we're now painting the head sculpts. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, then check out my headsculpt or thrag videos. Otherwise, I'm just gonna skip through and then just let the clips play. For the hair, I'm actually using Monument Hobbies paint for the first time. And actually I like it a lot. It's very opaque and has a very great coverage. So I'll probably grab more of this one. Just dry brushing a bit of yellow highlights to the hair. I believe this is a Citadel Yellow Gits. Alright, so I'm just putting the figure together now. Again, before I do this one, I just made sure that I seal the figure properly. So I do use the Mr. Super Hobby on all of the painted parts. And then I just let it dry for about overnight, maybe at least 12 hours to a day, and then put them together. So yeah, you'll see more videos and clips at the very end. Alright, so here's the completed figure. So yeah, overall I like it very much. It pairs really well with my old Atom Eve figure, and it looks good with the blue suit, Invincible. So yeah, props to Hide in 3D for making an amazing kit. Yeah, I'll be making more figures in the next week or so, so keep an eye out for that one. Thanks again, bye.